So, backstory is necessary.
I forgot to add context.
I had this whole chaos going on, right? And I mean, it's a YouTube dispute, whatever. But nevertheless, I had all this shit going on, trying to work on all this stuff. And I had a lot of plates spinning. This one came out of nowhere, and I already had a couple of plates spinning. Well, I had one plate spinning. Anyways, so during the course of all this, I had to re-record a stream. To do that, I have to sit and watch the stream that I had just done the night before, and I have to record it. So that was a long time to just sit and watch the stream and play video games on my phone, because you can't do anything else because I have to sit and watch the stream. So also another thing that I did was I was answering comments on my phone, because I can do that again because the YouTube app is working again. So hey, and you know, I'm leaving these huge responses as I do when I'm really, really bored. And I came across a comment that just, it drove me nuts. I was taking a shit and I came across this comment and I'm like, the comment was, "Where's your retraction video?" And there's a link. And I'm like, oh shit, this could be a thing. So I'm thinking about it, I know the picture, I know the name, but I'm trying to place name and face with whatever the fuck it would be. And I thought, to my next spinning plate, the next biggest spinning plate down the list, the only thing I could really think about other than what was going on with Jake, and I get to make my comment. Here's my comment. I can't watch your link right now because I'm recording that stream to repost. And I gotta admit, it's killing me. I so badly want to know what you linked to me. And I think I have about a half an hour to go, and my net keeps rebooting. Yeah, I was really bored. You don't ruin it. But don't ruin it by telling I want to be surprised, because sometimes you guys will see that I don't know what you're talking about, and you'll fire back at me, and I don't want that. But I gotta also admit, I've had so many people arguing with me about so many different topics. I recognize the name, but I'm really not sure what it was we were arguing about. I think it was Saudi Arabia. Anyway, who knows? If it's Saudi Arabia, I'll answer the question here. Spoiler, because I do plan to talk about it. So, like, I'm realizing as I'm reading this that I had just set up everything that I took the time to set up in the comment. I didn't think I did that. So, there you go. So here we get into the meat of the thing, and here's gonna be my commentary on Saudi Arabia. Right, we're getting to this point in the video. It's a twofer, right? So it's been days that I haven't said anything about Saudi Arabia and Turkey and the whole Jamal Kashoggi thing. I haven't had a chance to talk about it. Deal with my own fucking chaos, right? I got my own bodies to hide. So a lot of new information has come out, and I think the statement still stands. We'll see. Alright. I'd say as time goes on, it's increasingly apparent that this poor man probably got tortured to death. Probably got chopped into pieces and lost to the four corners of the world. That seems to be the story that the royal family wants to go with. I'll go with it too. That's bad. That's very, very bad. That puts MBS as the most likely person to have ordered it. That's really bad. I think that there is a real possibility that they will replace him as a successor. If that happens, that puts the reform going on in danger. The next guy could reverse everything done already. That's really bad. But there's also a possibility that they could use someone else to take the fall. Most likely the interrogator. And they'll hope people will just forget about it. I think that's the most probable. The media will move on when Trump takes a DNA test that shows that he's like 30% Native American. And after a week of Democrat antics, everyone will have moved on. I think that's bad. From a personal standpoint, it hurts my soul. But that's also just the way it's going to most likely be. Not happy, but it's better than the alternative. A total breakdown of relations would be probably the worst option. I think that should be obvious. What I think shouldn't happen, glad you asked. Wait, what I think should happen, glad you asked. I think that, I do write like this, sorry. I think that the president should push for the Saudi government to establish a First Amendment type law. Woo! Make it so that the people can criticize the government without government reprisal. That would be pretty sweet, but I don't see that happening at all. No one even seems to be mentioning it as an option. But I don't consider a retraction. Because my previous statement was, let's wait till after the investigation to find out what happened before we decide to declare that the state of relations between us and another country consists of massive sanctions, $9 gas prices, and losing over $100 billion, that's a big B, in arms deals. That's a lot of people suffering, a drain on the economy, and people out of work, all for the life of one man. Sorry. Needs of the many before the needs of the few, or the one, Captain. Like, that's kind of my philosophy on this, so you're arguing with the Vulcan people. Alright? I'm not retracting that statement. The investigation seems to be pretty much done. Now we know, and now I think one of the above listed results will happen. There you go. That's pretty much going to be my script for that video. So if that's what your link is about, there you go. I'll probably post it like Tuesday morning. I've got a couple long videos to post tonight and tomorrow, so it'll be Monday night when I post it. So Tuesday morning, I will post my not retraction, but response to the new information, either actually declared or just my gut feeling at this point, and I'll analyze the possible repercussions. With fondness, Andy, and I put a smiley face emoji. P.S. If it's Jake's video, that'll be Monday morning. Wound up being Tuesday morning. P.P.S. If it's something else, probably Wednesday, and thanks for reminding me. Again, a second smiley face. And then I watched the video. Right? We'll do that in a second. You gotta wait a minute. I had to wait for hours. I watched the clip, and then I replied again. LOL. Okay, I just watched it. Thanks for the twofer. Love you, man. And I gave him the XP, laughing hard with my tongue out, because it's fucking funny. Now, here we go. What was the clip? Where does it take you? Let's find out.
So we covered this story. Apparently it was a hoax.
Oh, damn, dude. I was
Viral video of feminists pouring bleach on manspreaders debunked as Russian propaganda.
TJ, I came to you before that show, and I was like, all these news stories look good, except this one reeks of obvious Rusky propaganda. And you were like, nope, it's real. It's real. And I was like,
real,
TJ,
pal. I've done my due diligence. I've done my research.
This is Rusky propaganda through and through, TJ.
How do they know,
Don't believe
though?
these lies.
How do they know?
So, when I saw that picture of her pouring water in the dude's fucking crotch, I about pissed myself. I was so happy that it was fucking this. Of everything that it could have been that people are disagreeing with me on recently, it was this. Laughed my ass off. Alright, so here's my thoughts on this. What I've been sent now is another podcast that I've never heard of. And I don't know who Deep Fat Fried is. What's Deep Fat Fried? I've never heard of this before. I don't know what this podcast is. I don't know if it's a radio show, if it's like a morning zoo, and they're talking about this. I don't fucking know. And I don't know what CBC radio is. I don't know how reputable of a source that is. I will say this. I would be willing to concede the point if one thing could be explained to me. Alright? Who is this woman? This is the YouTube channel. Right? Here's the YouTube channel of the girl that does these videos. You see the blonde girl in the corner? That's this girl. Who's this girl? This girl is this girl who is in the video introing the upskirt thing. Right? It's the same girl, and she's this girl as well. She was introing the pouring water on guys video. So who's this girl? Who's this blonde girl? Because the girl in the actual video, this is the girl holding her panties up, right? This is that girl. That's the girl that's doing that. That there. The water. It's the same girl as the girl with in the orange dress. Her. This girl. They're the same. So who's this girl? Who's this blonde girl? This blonde girl isn't this girl. I don't know what's going on here. But something's going on here. When you Google Anna Dolgolyuk, you get both of these girls. They're different girls. Who's this blonde girl? Or who's the other girl? Which one of them's Anna? I don't know. But until I know these things, I can't say that I believe anybody at this point. I think the issues become so twisted, it's all wheels within wheels at this point. I mean, we're dealing with Russian spies here, right? Right? I mean, it's got to be them. Hackers. I don't know, man. It's Russia. But I will say this. If it is true that it's a hoax, and believe me, at this point, I want it to be a hoax for the simple reason that those guys do say in their podcast, they do say that it's an anti-feminist hoax. And I was like, if she's an anti-feminist, that's hysterical. Because that's like, alright, there's a thing that some right-wing guys or girls, I don't know, people on 4chan, I think it was people on 4chan. Usually the best gags come from there anyway. So there was a movement started called #LetHerDecide, right? And what it was it's encouraging men to not go vote in the midterms so that only the ladies will vote. And then that way they'll decide our future, right? And that totally seems like a fucking ridiculous thing that some idiot leftist would do, right? But it wasn't real. It was a right-wing hoax to little propaganda to try and get leftist men, those male feminists out there that'll do whatever the ladies tell them to do, get them to not go vote. And I'm laughing my ass off going, for the people that buy into it and think, oh yeah, that's a good idea, and they do that, they don't vote. because of that, I'm kind of like, good. Because, dude, that's not somebody I want going to vote. I don't want that person having a say in my fucking future. Like, that's ridiculous. And I don't vote. And I get that because I don't think people would appreciate having me having a say in their future. That's a really good line. I'm going to use that from now on because everything else doesn't really apply anymore. That's going to be my line. So, but yeah, man, if they're stupid enough to buy that and go, oh, I'm not going to vote so they don't lose, dummy, there are going to be many who are going to vote. So, whatever. Anyways. So I think that shit's funny. I don't think it helps. Ultimately, it makes everybody kind of look bad. The leftists think, oh my God, I can't believe they stole that idea from us and then made fun of it. That would have been an awesome idea for us. And they, shucks, and they go down the road kicking stones, thinking to themselves, we got one-upped, and now we're upset, so we're gonna cry. And all the right-wing people go, ha-ha, dummies. And it doesn't help. You know, it doesn't really help. It really doesn't. It's just, but it's very funny. And if she's doing this, like this is a little, the lifting up the skirt thing, if that's anti-feminist propaganda, that's fucking funny. You know what I mean? Like, it's absurd. It's absolutely absurd to watch. So, like, you know, whatever. It is what it is. But if that's a anti-feminist propaganda film, that's pretty funny. But the pouring water and saying it's bleach in people's pants, like, if that's a fake thing, it's kind of funny. I get the humor in it now. But, like, that's really bad because now you're not doing a benign thing. You're not just somewhere interacting absurdly to just kind of make people go, what the fuck is going on? You're actively engaging with other human beings in a physical manner. And that's bad. So if it's a hoax, I get it. But it's bad. It's a poorly done hoax. You didn't really think through the psychology of it. I get how that happens. But I don't know who either of these girls are. And so I'm not retracting shit until I know who these girls are. So I don't know if you want to work on that in your spare time, but I'm really busy. So, like, I'm not retracting shit until that question gets answered.